Your water heater is set wrong right now, and the person who installed it knew exactly what they were doing when they left it that way. Go look at your water heater. Find the dial on the gas valve at the bottom. It does not say 120 degrees or 140 degrees. It says A, B, and C, and whoever installed that unit almost certainly left it on C. C is 140 degrees. The Department of Energy recommends 120. That single letter is costing you between 6 and 10% of your entire water heating bill every single month. For the average American household, that is between $40 and $80 a year, burning for no reason, every single day, and that is just the dial. By the end of this video, you are going to know about 4 things hidden inside and on your water heater that the industry has zero financial incentive to ever tell you about. One of them will save you $2,000. I am not exaggerating that number. Let me start with why the dial has letters instead of numbers. Because this is not an accident. Manufacturers use A, B, and C instead of printing actual temperatures for one reason: liability. If they printed 140 degrees on the dial and the thermostat drifted 5 degrees hotter, they could be sued when someone got burned. So they use letters, vague enough to be legally safe, expensive enough to protect their service call revenue. A is approximately 120 degrees, B is approximately 130, C is approximately 140. At 140 degrees, tap water causes a third-degree burn on a child's skin in under 3 seconds. The Department of Energy has recommended 120 degrees for decades. Setting that dial from C to A costs you nothing except 30 seconds of your time and saves you real money starting tomorrow. Here is the thermodynamics. Every degree above 120 costs you roughly 3 to 5% more energy. Not because heating the water costs more, because heat loss through the tank walls accelerates as the temperature gap between the water inside and the air outside grows wider. You pay to heat the water. Then you pay again as that heat bleeds into your basement all day and all night. Turn it to A. Run the hot tap for 2 minutes. Check the temperature with a kitchen thermometer. If it reads between 115 and 123, you are in the safe zone. If you need to adjust, move one letter at a time and wait 2 hours between changes. The tank takes that long to stabilize. Now look for the setting that says VAC. That stands for vacation mode, and almost nobody uses it correctly. Most people assume vacation mode turns the heater off. It does not. It drops the water temperature to approximately 50 degrees. And that 50-degree number is not arbitrary. There is a bacteria called Legionella. It is responsible for Legionnaire's disease, a severe form of pneumonia that kills roughly 10% of the people who contract it. Legionella thrives in stagnant water between 68 and 120 degrees. If you turn your water heater completely off before a trip and leave for a week in summer, the water in that tank slowly drifts up to room temperature, 68 to 75 degrees. You just built a bacterial incubator inside your own water heater. When you come home and fire it back up, the bacteria does not die instantly. It takes a full 30 minutes at 140 degrees to pasteurize the tank completely. And if you turn on the shower during that half hour, you are aerosolizing live bacteria directly into your lungs. VAC mode at 50 degrees keeps the water below the growth range entirely. Safe. And in winter, 50 degrees keeps the water above freezing so your pipes do not burst while you are gone. It costs about $1 a week to maintain versus $8 a week at normal operating temperature. Over a year of vacations and weekend trips, that is $40 to $60 saved just from flipping a switch before you leave. If you did not know about VAC mode before this video, hit like right now, because what I am about to tell you next is worth significantly more money than the dial setting. Inside your water heater, hanging directly in the water from the top of the tank, there is a 3-foot metal rod. It is called a sacrificial anode, and it is the single most important maintenance item in your entire house that nobody has ever talked to you about. The rod is made of magnesium or aluminum. Its entire purpose is to corrode. It corrodes on purpose so the steel lining of your tank does not. It sacrifices itself so the tank survives. Here's the problem. That rod burns out completely in 3 to 5 years. When it is gone, the water starts attacking the steel directly. Within 2 to 3 years after that, the tank fails from the inside out. You come home to a flooded basement and a $2,000 replacement bill. But if you pull that rod and replace it every 4 years, a $15 magnesium rod and a socket wrench, the same tank can last 20 years. Your water heater installer has never once mentioned this rod to you. The manufacturer manual buries it in fine print. The plumbing industry makes more money selling you a new $2,000 tank every 8 years than telling you about a $15 part. To check yours right now, turn off the gas and cold water supply, Drain a few gallons from the drain valve at the bottom. Find the hex nut on top of the tank where the anode rod sits. Unscrew it with a 1 1/16 inch socket. If you can see more than 6 inches of bare steel wire exposed inside the rod, the magnesium is gone. Your tank is unprotected. Replace the rod today. If you are getting a rotten egg smell from your hot water, that is sulfur-reducing bacteria reacting specifically with the magnesium rod. There is a powered titanium anode rod that uses a small electrical current to protect the tank indefinitely without any reaction. It costs about $40, it eliminates the rotten egg smell within 24 hours, and it outlasts the tank entirely. You buy it once and never think about it again. Now I want to tell you about a specific manufacturing defect that affected millions of American homes and that plumbers have been profiting from ever since. Between 1993 and 2003, a single supplier manufactured dip tubes for water heaters across most major brands. A dip tube is a plastic pipe that runs from the cold water inlet at the top of the tank straight down to the bottom. Its job is to deliver cold incoming water to the base of the tank so the hot water at the top stays undisturbed and ready to flow out. The plastic in those dip tubes was defective. It disintegrates in hot water over time. If your house was built or replumbed during that decade, there is a real chance your dip tube has already crumbled into hundreds of small plastic fragments floating in your tank. When the dip tube fails, cold water dumps directly into the top of the tank and mixes with your hot water before it leaves. You get 30 seconds of hot water in the shower, then it turns lukewarm, then cold. Even though the tank is fully heated and the dial is set to C, you also might see small white or blue plastic chips collected in your faucet aerators. Take one of your aerators off and look inside it right now if you have ever had lukewarm shower problems. Plumbers love this call. They come out, tell you the whole water heater is dead, and charge you $2,000 for a replacement. A new dip tube costs $12. The swap takes 20 minutes from the top of the tank. That is the entire repair. Last thing, and this one is about safety, not savings. On the side of your tank near the top, there is a small brass valve with a metal lever. That is your temperature and pressure relief valve. It is the only thing standing between your water heater and a catastrophic explosion. If the thermostat fails and the burner keeps running uncontrolled, the water inside superheats and can flash to steam. The pressure will blow the tank through your roof. This is not a theoretical risk. It has happened in American homes. Test this valve once a year. Put a bucket under the discharge pipe. Flip the lever for 3 seconds. Water should flow freely and stop completely when you release it. If nothing comes out, the valve is seized and will not protect you. If it drips and will not reseal, replace it. The part costs $20. It prevents a catastrophe. Here is the full picture. Your installer set the dial to C because nobody calls about water that is too hot. They only call about water that is not hot enough. C eliminates complaint calls. It is a customer service decision made with your gas bill. The anode rod was never mentioned because the industry makes more money selling tanks than telling you about $15 maintenance parts. The dip tube defect was a manufacturing problem that the industry quietly stopped talking about because the repair is $12 and the replacement is $2,000. The VAC setting exists because the manufacturer knows that turning the heater fully off risks bacteria growth and frozen pipes. Both are liability problems. They built the safe setting in, they just never explained it. Drop in the comments and tell me what setting your water heater dial is on right now, A, B, C, or VAC. And tell me if you have ever checked your anode rod. I want to know how many people watching this have a rod that has been burning out for years without anyone mentioning it. If this video just saved you money or kept your family safer, hit subscribe. Every week I put out something the industry quietly removed from public knowledge. Last week it was the $3 powder that converts rust into permanent protection. The week before that, the $4 battery circuit that runs lights all night from dead batteries. They built a system where information that saves you money stays hidden. We are changing that. Earl out.